Hi, I'm Will Marre, and welcome to ThoughtRocket. You know, today we live at a time where leadership failure may be at an all-time high. Recent research reveals that over 86% of the global workforce are disengaged from their work, and 92% of people do not trust business leaders. Part of the problem is that the old models of leadership development and the current practice of management are just completely misaligned to today's challenges. Our current method of developing people was invented by the Greeks 5,000 years ago when an expert stood in a circle surrounded by an amphitheater, which seemed a lot like MBA classrooms, training rooms, and hotel meeting rooms. This kind of leadership development is slow, expensive, outdated. There's no chance for immediate application. There's no social reinforcement. There's no way to reach hundreds or thousands of employees with the same ideals simultaneously. These are not problems. These are fatal flaws. Today, we live with a rate of change and competitive intensity that is unprecedented. It's like playing chess against an octopus that's moving 8 chess pieces at the same time. Most organizations are not fast enough or agile enough to compete. And it's very hard to engage employees. They're simply exhausted, frozen, or fearful. Lots of leaders I talk to say they feel like they're talking to the furniture. It's as if the world is spinning faster and faster on its axis and people are just hanging on to trees. These are both employees and leaders, and it shows. Well, this is an overwhelming challenge or an amazing opportunity. It seems to all depend on what you do about it. You know, in every sector, there are big winners and big losers: education, government, healthcare. There are people who are game changers. There are places where workers are turned on. The key is to consistently find ways to deliver big value, huge, unexpected value, value that is relevant to today's world. So how are they doing? Well, fortunately, I've had a front row seat to both success and failure. I founded the Covey Leadership Center with Stephen Covey, the largest leadership training organization in the world. We've taught millions of 7 habits of highly effective people. Today I head up the Real Leadership Alliance, and with several universities have been conducting research on what 21st century companies are doing to thrive. The findings are called Apple to Zappos, what leaders of thriving companies are doing differently than the rest of us. The difference between struggle and success is fairly simple. For companies that are thriving, everybody is engaged in 3 conversations. The first conversation is the conversation with a wider world where trends, values, and beliefs about what matters to people and what successful leaders are doing. This conversation is fearless, it's transparent, and it's constant. Maybe you should ask yourself, is that the kind of conversation that is going on now? The second conversation is with each other in the organization. This includes leaders, managers, employees about what's new, what's important, what needs attention, and what needs to be changed. And again, this conversation is bold and candid, and it's happening all the time. Is that what's happening in your organization? And third is the conversation with ourselves. An organization cannot isolate us from the competitive pressures and economic meltdowns in the environment. What it can do, though, is provide the tools and process and skills to help employees become great because of their own choices, to become resilient to stress, to use good judgment, and to be driven by self-accountability and self-determination. All 3 conversations are critical. Many economic experts have said in the next 25 years, more new companies will succeed and more old companies fail than at any time in history. The high volatility of the marketplace and the unpredictable impact of technology is just overwhelming us with change. With the 3 conversations, we continually ask ourselves new questions, consider new data, and trigger new answers. But creating and maintaining these conversations is not easy. It's not natural. It's very rare that they go on at all. So we've created ThoughtRocket, which is a 21st century online platform to help you start and maintain those 3 conversations that will help transform your leadership and your organization. ThoughtRocket is not old school static learning. ThoughtRocket is dynamic, multimedia, socially engaging learning that can engage your entire workforce with the right conversation at the right time, simultaneously. ThoughtRocket is the engine to have those 3 conversations fundamental to success in the 21st century. Won't you join us? We need leaders to succeed.